Hey guys, and welcome to my camper van. This is my van. I love it mostly because I built it completely from scratch and did it all myself. But today I wanted to give you guys a tour of this thing. I haven't seen too many people do this before. I cut off the roof and built my own high top, and as you can tell, it's not a normal high top. This is a acrylic high top so that I can enjoy all of the natural light that I want. So right now it's winter, so I open it up and it just warms this whole place up. And during the summer, I open it at nighttime and I can see all the stars up there. This van is a Dodge Ram 3500 Extended, which used to be a 15-passenger van, and it is now my home. So the first things first, I work a lot, and when I work, I stink. I have these really nasty boots that I work in every single day for 6 months straight fighting forest fires in the summer. Anyway, first thing I do when I get home, and this is my home, is I take my boots off and throw them in here. Oh man, these boots. I had brand new soles on these boots like 6 months ago, and I've already worn through them. These are like $500 boots. If anyone wants to buy me some new boots, I need some new boots. Anyway, I quarantine my boots in here and close it up so it doesn't stink up the entire van, because they don't smell good. Next thing I come in, this is my kitchen. I love it. This is a tree that I helped cut down about 8 months ago. It's a silver maple, and I milled it up and turned it into a countertop, as well as this piece comes out right here to show the sink. I can use this as a cutting board, but it's so pretty, I haven't gotten myself to actually cut on it yet because I don't want to damage it. But this is my sink. It runs on a 12-volt motor that comes off the solar panel. Completely drinkable water. I love it. It's great. And then when I don't want the sink, I cover it back up. So it's great sometimes. Sorry for my water. Sometimes I'll cook, have dirty dishes. I don't want to wash them and I need to go somewhere else. So I just throw all my dirty dishes in here and then I just cover it up. And to everyone else, it looks like I have my life together and I don't have dirty dishes lying around. So on my roof, I've got a 100-watt solar panel, which isn't too much, but for me that's plenty. I work pretty much all the time, so I'm actually not in the van too often because of work, but when I do, 100-watt is plenty. I've got 2 different sets of lights. One is for all the lights up here and lights down here. It's kind of hard to see right now, it's daylight. And then one more, these are really bright LEDs, so I've got one more which I have on a dimmer back here. And they actually shoot out from up here, and it's just, I can control how bright it is in here. So I really like that for nighttime. Turn that one off. And then the last switch is for my roof vent. So I've got a vent above the kitchen, and that's my roof vent for when I'm cooking so I don't get too much condensation and just to get airflow. It's an extraction fan, so I open the window back here, and then when I turn that on, it just brings air through and up. And in the summer, it gives me a really nice breeze inside of the van. Okay, continue on with the solar power. Right here, I've got a 1,000-watt inverter. I just have it built into the kind of countertop, and I can plug my laptop in here, my phone charger, everything. I got my trash can here, so this just pops out. Simple trash can, nothing too special about it. So for me, living in a van, it's mostly to enjoy nature more and to be out more often, so I'm not stuck in a house. So I really like windows. As you can tell by the big window on the roof, I like side windows too. But when you're in a city, you gotta be able to sleep without cars shining their headlights in there. So I built these curtains, and I like them because they're pretty hidden when I'm not using them. And then when I want them, I can just slide them right out. And these are blackout curtains, so if I worked all night long, I can come in and just sleep in here during the day as well. And then it's also nice in the city because I can close all these but leave the roof open so I can still get some natural light in here while maintaining my privacy. So I really like that about that curtain. I have the same thing on the other side over here. So I've got my phone charger here, so when I'm sleeping right here, I can just put my phone next to me. I'm on call 24/7 usually, so I kind of need my phone right there. And then I've also got a cigarette lighter back here. It's not for smoking cigarettes though. You guys will like this. So I have a vacuum cleaner in my van. I plug it in right here, and I can clean. So it's pretty awesome. I kind of like it, and this cable's long enough. If I untangle it all, I can clean up here, I can clean all the way up here. I can clean myself. But, I mean, this van's probably the cleanest it's been in a long time. I kind of cleaned it up for this video, but if I want to clean, I can clean with this vacuum cleaner, which I really like about it. So this is my table. I saw some ideas online. This is kind of my own little design. It's bolted to the frame of the van, going through the floor, and it's on a hydraulic table. So first off, if I want it bigger, for 2 people or for more, I slide these drawers out, and it can hold like 200 pounds or something, so there's plenty of strength. And then the other cool thing about it is when I want to make this whole thing a bed. So I've got a permanent bed in the back, but it's not very big, not the most comfortable. So if you want to really relax, sleep well, you can make a big bed, or if you're with 2 people, you can make a big bed in here. So to do that, I pull this out, push it down, clicks into place, and then I just slide this out. And this thing is strong, like, I can sleep on it no problem. I'm 220 pounds. You can have multiple people on here, it's fine. I've got the mattresses up here. They're just kind of ugly because I didn't put sheets on them for the past 6 months while I've been living here. So I've kind of got the mattresses hidden for this video so you guys don't see them. So now it's morning time. You move the mattresses out of the way, and then you just lift it back up. You've got a little hydraulic switch right here. So you squeeze this and it slides right back up, and you slide it in. And then I've also got storage in both of the bench seats. So down here, I've got some tools, camping gear. I also have my battery and my solar charger and my fuse box down here. And then over on the other side is just more storage. I got my sleeping bag. I've been sleeping in my sleeping bag a lot because it's been like below freezing most nights. So I've been sleeping in a sleeping bag, and it's been great. Another thing that I love is I put a new stereo and speakers in here. So when I wake up, I just push my remote, turns the stereo on, and I can wake up to music. So up here, I've got a lot of storage up here. This is above the driver passenger side. It's like this because I left the internal metal bracings all intact around the driver and passenger, as well as added some supports, just for safety if anything ever happens to this van. But anyway, I try to keep it lightweight up here because there's a higher center of gravity. But on this side, I've got kind of my kitchen. So let's see. Let me make you guys some coffee. That way you can kind of see how I function in this van. So if I was gonna make coffee, I pull out my stove. I just use a little lightweight one. It's small, simple. I don't have to worry about big propane tanks. So I fill up some water. This flows at 1 gallon per minute is what the pump runs at. So that's good enough for there. Turn it on here, and then I pull out my coffee grinder. I used to have a hand grinder, but honestly, it's just easier doing it electronic. Costco coffee. And then bring it over here, and I can plug it in right here. Turn my power back on. Got freshly ground coffee. Let's go with the French press. Dump it in here. Oh, I made a mess. Should be good. And now I just gotta wait for the water to boil, and I got coffee. And because I made a mess, remember guys, I've got this guy. So let me plug this one in real quick. You know what, I'm just gonna plug it into the cab. I can clean up all the coffee I spilled. Simple as that. So up here I've got a coat hanger rack. So I hang a lot of my jackets, clothes, and I have shoes back behind here. Non-stinky shoes. I got more clothes in here. I kind of just keep it all together. I don't really sort it. Books, laptop. I try not to keep books up here, but they're up here right now. Just because of the weight, I don't want it too high. But yeah, a whole lot of storage space. I thought about I might make some shelves in here sometime, but for now it's all open. I just got a lip right here so nothing can slide backwards while I'm driving and fall out. So everything stays up here at least. So I took these cabinet doors off another project, put them on here. It opens up. I actually just have a bucket for my gray water right now. I use all biodegradable soaps. I can get rid of it mostly anywhere. All my food's in a box. I have these anti-slip things, which are actually really awesome. Everything stays pretty solid in here, so I don't have to worry about when I'm driving around. and then they all unclasp, so they stay shut. They won't open up while I'm driving. Same with down here. They all unclasps. I don't have much down here right now because I just emptied my van out. I've got military rations in there. When I'm too lazy to cook, I eat military rations. But that's about it. I'm trying to think what else I can show you with this van. So the ceiling panels, those are 1-inch insulation blocks that fit up in the ceiling, and that way in the winter and also during the summer the sun doesn't beat down. It just helps keep it cool in here. Besides that, the floor has 1/2 inch insulation and all the walls have 2 to 1 inch of insulation. And then last thing is my storage. I have it around back and I'll show that to you guys. The back here is where I have a lot of my storage. I got all my tools in here. I just have it on carpet just so it's not vibrating all around. Tools in here, some scuba tanks for some fun stuff. And I do a lot of tree cutting on the side as one of my side businesses. So let's pull one of these guys out. I haven't started this one in a little while. Let's see if she'll go. She's ready. So mechanically this van's been doing great. It's got about 160,000 miles on it. It's a Dodge Ram 1999 3500 van extended and now with a high top. But I've done preventative maintenance, spark plugs, boots, filters, that kind of stuff. Nothing I've had to do because something breaks on me. Besides that, I've added the cameras. So my first camera is the backup camera, which is awesome because I like backing into parking spots. And it just really helps with that because it's kind of hard to see looking backwards a bit. So my backup camera is this one. And then the next one that I did was actually a roof camera, and that's so I can check my clearance without having to get out of the van, because it's kind of hard to judge your clearance when you're driving underneath tree branches and stuff. So this, for like when I'm in campgrounds and I want to double check that I won't hit a tree branch, I can just switch to the clearance camera and check that without having to get out and worry about it. So yeah, this is the van. I've been loving it. It's a great van. I put a whole lot of time and work into it, but I think it was worth it. I think it came out good.